Ready? Ready? All right, we're going to start with our Team USA representative at 121 pounds out of Louisiana. It's Alex Rosas. Rosas, right? Rosas. Rosas. All right. And for Team Pennsylvania out of Chestnut Ridge, Dom Deputy. Alex, to start with you, Louisiana is maybe not known for the best wrestling like Pennsylvania, but talk about your experience coming through Louisiana and what was your key to success being a four-timer there?
Yeah, so when I was young, I didn't have much competition, so my dad started taking me wrestle around the country, get the best matches, and that's pretty much how you get better. I worked out a lot, did a lot of extra, more than everyone else, at least in Louisiana. So
Yeah.
every time I go to out of state tournament, I went to a lot of them, and that was pretty much the key to getting better in Louisiana.
And being a four-timer there, kind of a rarity, right? Was that something that you strive to do? Is be a four-time state champion?
Yeah, definitely. I didn't. I mean, it wasn't like really tough. Louisiana's not the best place for wrestling, but it was definitely a goal of mine, and it was good to get that done this year.
Dom, for you, a very stellar career for you at Chestnut Ridge, being a four-time state medalist, three-time finalist. What was it? How would you cap your career?
Yeah, so obviously this year didn't finish the way that I wanted to. Not really the storybook ending, but it was definitely like to be have 191 career wins is something to really be proud of. And just like Chestnut Ridge probably has one of the toughest public school schedules in the state, so that's something that like gets me ready for all the like the postseason, but then also the national tournaments get me better. And yeah, it's a great. This is a great way to end my high school career.
You talk about how this year didn't end the way you wanted, but you were always in the mix throughout your entire high school career. More than anything, your little brother Cooper, you got to wrestle with him this year. He's going to be following right in your footsteps, going to be right in the mix throughout his entire high school career. What was it like getting that 1 year with Cooper in high school?
Yeah, so most people when they probably look at that, they're like thinking it's a lot of me pushing him, but it's probably more the other way around. He's probably the most motivated kid I know. And I really don't think anyone can rival that. He's one of a kind. He's like a point 0.1 percenter in everything that he does. So I really look up to him in that. And it was this year flew by because it was a lot more fun. Um, Getting to do everything with him, having him pushing me pushing him all year.
You guys are going to both be in the ACC, right? Virginia Tech, NC State. Alex, talk about your decision to head down to Virginia Tech.
All right, so when I went up to Virginia Tech, I loved it up there. It was very pretty. I liked how it was really close to like all the mountains. I like to hunt and fish a lot,
Yeah.
so I got to go fishing up there. It was awesome. The team, the coaches, everyone was just very welcoming. They were so nice to me. I had a blast over there. So as soon as they offered me, I took it, and that's where I'm going.
And Dom, for you, I feel like we talked about this a lot, but NC State just seemed like home for you, right? I mean, you visited there, and then you had to make a lot of calls to say, I'm heading here. What was it about NC State that really drew you to it?
Yeah, so I went down my after my freshman year for a prospect camp, and right there I was like I really loved it there. I never really experienced like the college camps. Like that was like my first experience of like really any campus, and like the wrestling room and all that aspect of it. So really seeing that like made me start to fall in love with it, and then just getting to know the team and the coaches and everything, and like realizing, especially seeing the success that guys on the team were having, like I realized I could have that success too there. So I just wanted to be a part of it.
Have you guys ever met before in high school or growing up?
Yeah.
U.S.
Definitely.
Open like eighth grade or freshman year,
Probably
something around
freshman
there.
year.
Obviously, a long time ago. Lots changed since then. Any game plan for either of you guys going to the match tonight? We'll start with you, Alex.
Just wrestle hard, try to score a lot of points, have fun. That's what we're all here to do. So
I know that if I wrestle the way I want to, then good things are gonna happen. So that's the goal is just wrestle the way I want to.
Awesome.
Awesome. Congratulations to both of you, our 121-pound representatives from Team USA and Team Pennsylvania. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Good luck, guys.
Next up from Team USA out of Tennessee, it's Mason Jacob. And for Team Pennsylvania, it's Will Detter from Trinity. And Mason, I don't need to ask you if you knew about the event, right? Because you came here with Zeke Moisey, right?
Yeah.
A legend in Pennsylvania. And what was it like when you got that call to compete here in the Classic?
I was pretty ecstatic about it. To be honest, as soon as I looked at Zeke, I was like, I'm gonna win this for you, little bro. Nah, he told me to watch a lot of drags because he
Yeah.
got dragged a bunch when he was here, but watch the funky moves. But yeah, I was very excited.
What's it like having Zeke as kind of a coach?
It's a lot. Like he's done so much for me, from being a practice partner, a mentor, a leader, just someone who's always been there for me. He's kind of like more of a good role model, like a bigger brother to be there, keep me motivated. You know, when I'm slacking, he'll tell me I'm slacking, just
Yeah.
keep me on top of things.
Your opponent also has an All-American from Pennsylvania who's coaching him, and that's Kyle Shoup. Will, what's it like having Kyle kind of push you and be in your ear?
I mean, it's really cool. Just he came in my junior year, and the year before that, I lost in the state finals, and he just kind of helped develop me, and especially on top, because I was always somewhere where I was decent but never great. And I think that's really shown this year, just being able to ride people out and winning a lot of matches like that.
Yeah.
But it's really cool just having like a D1 All-American coming in and trying to beat me up all the time, even though I usually can throw him around. But
Mason, what's it like been wrestling in Tennessee? You know, I feel like Tennessee's gotten some more nationally ranked guys.
Yeah.
What's it been like?
It's been a lot of fun. I mean, I grew up there since I was probably like 8 years old. I've lived in Tennessee. So to be kind of where I'm at in the state, you know, Tennessee's on the come up. Like
Yeah.
they've got a lot of guys who've been doing a lot better at a lot of tournaments. I saw a stat line at NHSCA that they had the most semifinalists or quarterfinalists
Okay.
in the sophomore division. So Tennessee's growing, and it's hopefully one day they'll be a powerhouse like PA is.
Yeah. And what was your career like just being a 4-time state champion? What would you say was the key to your success being a 4-timer?
Having a PA coach. No, seriously though, without Zeke, it would definitely be a different journey for sure.
Will, you were right there first 3 years of high school. What was it like picking up that first state title, going out on top this year?
I mean, it was just a really cool experience because even like through elementary school and middle school, I was never able to get it done. So then being so close so many times, and then like my senior year, finally being able to like come away with the win, just like a really cool feeling, and just seeing like all the hard work pay off from all my years wrestling, and yeah, it's just really cool experience.
You're going to Northwestern next year. What went into that process of commitment and recruiting process? What was that like?
I mean, I just really like the coaches up there. I like the location, just being near Chicago. I really like the team, and it's also just a really good school to help set me up for when I'm done wrestling. So just kind of all of those like put together just seemed like the place for me.
Absolutely. And Mason, you're going to West Virginia.
Yeah.
What was the process going into that
Um,
like, and did Zeke have any influence on that?
yeah, Zeke and my dad played a big factor in it. You know, I had a long talk with them about where they felt was best suited for me. That was the place. Also, when I went there, it kind of felt like home. Felt like the people on the team and the coaches really cared about you guys, and that was something that meant a lot for me. Um, I feel really comfortable there. I've gone there, hung out with the team a couple times, and really excited about it.
That's good.
What's your experience been like here at the Classic?
It was a lot of fun hanging out with a bunch of pretty good wrestlers. You know, you don't get a whole lot of that in Tennessee, so
Yeah.
it's pretty cool to have an event like this. There's some solid guys, but it's pretty much like a handpicked group. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Will?
Yeah, I mean, it's really cool because I've been like watching this event since I was probably like 8 or 9 years old. So being able to compete in it is just like kind of a dream come true. And it's something that if you would have told me like my freshman year I'd be doing, I
Yeah.
probably wouldn't believe you.
And what are you guys looking forward to tonight?
Scoring a lot of points.
Yeah, just having fun, opening up and scoring points.
Awesome. Well, congratulations to you both on being here. We appreciate it.
Yep,
Our
thank you.
127-pound matchup between Team USA and Team Pennsylvania. Best of luck, guys. At 133 pounds, Out of Illinois, representing Team Pennsylvania, or excuse me, Team USA, we've got Nicholas Garcia. And for Team Pennsylvania, we have Keanu Dillard out of Bethlehem Catholic. Nicholas, I'll start with you. Illinois and Pennsylvania, back and forth, right? A lot of years in both the national scene. What's it been like coming up through Illinois, being a four-timer there and really competing at a high level?
Yeah, Illinois is a great wrestling state, one of the best, I'd say. And I grew up around so many studs. And like with my older brother too, he was phenomenal, and he was practicing with lots of good people, and I get to do the same thing. And since since I started wrestling, I always had great practice partners, and even now at the high school level, I've like the best team in Illinois and one of the best teams in the country. So that's a lot of good practice partners. Yeah.
Keanu, for you, ending your career here at the Pittsburgh Wrestling Classic after being a four-time state champion, etching your name in Pennsylvania wrestling history, just kind of what's it like for you, just kind of full circle moment coming here and competing for the last time?
Yeah. So being a four-time state champ, obviously, huge goal of mine ever since I could remember, and ever since I started wrestling, I watched the Pittsburgh Wrestling Classic, so it's always been something I've wanted to compete in. Very honorable event. So I look forward to showcasing what I got and scoring points one last high school event.
Nicholas, for you, what's been the key to your success and being so good, both on the state and the national level for you?
Yeah. I think it's a lot of confidence, belief in myself. I may not always be like the most technical wrestler, but I don't think anyone's like tougher than me.
Mm.
No one's got more grit, so I'm usually able just to pull through with the win, and then pretty good in the scrambles. I think that's where I strive, especially like on the defensive side.
Gianni, you've kind of made a career and a living out of winning the tight, gritty, heady matches. How have you been able throughout your career continue to develop and maintain your focus in those tight matches and more than always come out on top?
Yeah. So close matches usually aren't my goal, but ends up happening that way. And I think just from experience, wrestling those close matches against the best in the country. I've been doing it since I was in elementary school, and also having the practice partners and the coaches that I have at Bethlehem Catholic, Seller trained, even Red Hawk when I was a little kid, and really trained me on top, bottom, and trained my mental toughness to be able to push through an overtime bout.
You're staying home, going to Lehigh next year. What are you looking forward to with joining the Mountain Hawks?
Everything, really good training partners there. I knew coming into recruiting, I wanted to go to good academic and wrestling school, so I knew Lehigh was the top ones, and after taking my visit, I knew that was the right choice. So look forward to furthering my academics and athletics.
And Nick, you're going to Illinois next year. You're also staying home. What kind of went into that recruiting process, and what are you looking forward to?
Yeah, for me, Illinois was kind of the best of all the worlds between wrestling, schooling. I love the coaches there, the team. I knew a lot of the guys, grew up with them, or my older brother had a lot of good guys in the recruiting class, and so for me, it just kind of made the most sense. Loved everyone there, and it's close to home, so it's always benefit.
And coached by a Pennsylvania legend too,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yeah.
What are you guys looking forward to tonight? Just letting it fly?
Yes, sir.
Yep, letting it fly one last time in high school.
Awesome. Well, congratulations to you both on being here. We appreciate it. Our Team Pennsylvania and Team USA representatives at 133 pounds. Thanks, guys.
Good luck, guys.
And for Team USA at 139 pounds, we've got Moses Mendoza of Gilroy, California. And for Team Pennsylvania, Camden Baum of Bishop McDevitt. Moses, I'll start with you. Gilroy, I mean, they're the big name, right? Especially out in California right now. What's been the key to success for Gilroy and really putting all those guys on the national stage?
Yeah, I think it's just all of us are kind of really close. Like it's like we're like real brothers there, and we work together. We really go through everything together, and it's like we put in the extra work together. Nothing's ever really alone. You're always with a group of people there, and yeah, it's easier. It's a lot easier when you have everybody trying to accomplish the same goal and go just as far as each other.
For you, Camden, wrestling at Bishop McDevitt, I mean, you kind of have the same sort of scenario, right? Team Nauman and Bishop McDevitt, you guys have had a lot of success over the last couple of years. What's been the key for you to just be so consistent over the last few years?
I mean, my coach, just listening to him every day, knowing and believing that what he says is going to come true. My partners, I wrestle with them every day. They push me through everything, and every day we just go through it together. So,
Cam, this year at the state tournament, similar story to Will Detter earlier. You back-to-back state finals losses. What was it like, and how were you able to break through and go out on top?
just working hard every day and knowing what I want to get is first, and just keep pushing. So.
Moses, bit of a styles clash here tonight between you two. Have you thought at all about how you're gonna break through, get to your offense?
No, I haven't really thought about it too much, to be honest. I just really just never really think about it. Just go out there and let it all go.
Most
Love it.
number one guy in the nation, kind of have a target on your back, right? What's it been like having all those guys sort of gunning for you throughout your career, and especially this season?
Um, I mean, uh, obviously, it's like I just really want to prove that I just want to prove that I'm on my own level, or I really just want to catch up to everybody else. You see other guys like competing at senior levels already that were seniors last year, and that's something I really want to do. So if I want to do that, I really got to separate myself.
Why Michigan?
Um, I'd say I chose Michigan because they do have a lot of success, not only at the college level, but at an international level. And you see a lot of guys from Michigan start to go international, and that's something I plan to do, wrestle for another country.
Awesome. And Cam, for you, Purdue, what was that decision like?
I mean, as soon as I stepped on the campus and met the team and the coaches, I kind of just knew that I was going to go to Purdue, and it was just a great environment for me personally, and I'm just excited.
Awesome. Well, congratulations to you both, our 139-pound representatives, Team USA and Team Pennsylvania. Thanks, guys.
Good luck, guys.
Our second 139-pound bout for Team USA representing Lake Highland Prep, Florida, it's Tyler DeCraker, and for Team Pennsylvania, it is Dalton Wenner out of Cranberry. Tyler, start with you. You've had a lot of success wherever you've been, whether that's Blair, whether that's Lake Highland. I feel like you've always been on the national scene. What's been the key to your success and kind of staying consistent for the last 4 years?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, I've been all over the place. So just kind of something that's been a great thing is just getting a bunch of different feels. I have had feels in New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Virginia, Florida, everywhere. So just getting all these different feels and taking like a little bits and pieces of the best parts of everything and just kind of put it together and make it my own craft. It's pretty awesome. So.
And what was it like when you got the call to say, "Hey, do you want to represent Team USA at the Classic?"
Yeah, I mean, it was. I was super excited. Something that I remember when I was at Blair my freshman year, I looked up to Mark Anthony McGowan a lot. He was a senior, I was a freshman, and I remember when he got the call, he was super excited to wrestle in it, and he wrestled Kale Nasdeo, and I think he won 4-2. So ever since then, I was like, yeah, when I'm a senior, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna wrestle for Team USA, kind of like Mark, and a couple weeks ago, he's in the national finals. So.
Awesome. Dalton, for you being somewhat local, right, out of Cranberry, what's it been like for you being a part of the Classic and being part of Team Pennsylvania?
Yeah, I'm just honored to participate in this event. I mean, it's a great event, and just like all the big names that have been came out of this event, and I'm just honored to be able to compete and just show my skills, and just I'm honored.
Able to break through this year, win a state title, had a outstanding state tournament to finish it off. What made the difference this year to be able to get it done?
Yeah, I just feel like my mindset this year is just a lot different, a lot better. I mean, if I get behind in matches, I mean, you got to put it behind you and just keep wrestling the entire match. I mean, just keep trying to score points. And I mean, the outcome's going to be good if you just keep wrestling.
And also, you're staying local still. You're going to Clarion, sticking with Keith and Brock and Nick. What was the recruiting process like with those guys? I know you trained with them a lot, staying local. What was that like to be able to say, hey, I'm staying with you guys?
Yeah, the big thing was, I mean, it was close to home, and that was a big thing. It's like 25 minutes from my house. So, I mean, I already knew the guys. So I love the coaches. I love the program. I mean, just nice dressing room, and I just love being close to family and friends. So that's great.
And Tyler, for you, Minnesota, right? What was special about Minnesota for you?
Yeah, well, there's more than just one special thing about Minnesota. I think it's truly a special place. I mean, if you can get past it being a little cold up there, it's
You like
truly
Florida a little bit
awesome.
better? You like the warm
Yeah,
weather in Florida?
I do like the weather in Florida. It's pretty awesome, but yeah, Minnesota's a great spot. I think the coaches are just awesome, down to earth people, and I think do a great job developing. And obviously, beautiful wrestling facility, and they just do a great job. Obviously, a couple team national championship titles. They have a guy Olympians every now and again, national title this past year, Max McAnally, bringing a couple All Americans every year. So they're consistent, and that's what I really like about them. So it's a good spot for me. I'm really excited to spend the next 5-6 years, however many up there. So
And what are you looking forward to tonight wrestling?
yeah, tonight I'm just looking forward to just letting it fly, try to get as many points as I can. Maybe give up 3 points, get 7.
Yeah.
However, whatever happens, and just letting it fly. So.
Dalton's that the same for you?
Yeah, score points. I mean, wrestle the entire match, and whatever it is, it is.
Awesome. Well, congratulations to you both. Our second 139-pound bout of the evening. Team Pennsylvania and Team USA. Congratulations.
Go on, guys.
Next up at 145 pounds for Team USA, out of Wisconsin, we've got Kellen Wolbert. And for Team Pennsylvania, we've got Michael Turry out of Wyoming Seminary. Kellen, I'll start with you. Number one guy in the nation, 4-time state champ for you. Really, what's been the key for your success and being so good throughout your career?
I'd say just having a bunch of great partners and coaches. I've been wrestling at Askren Wrestling Academy since I was 5. I've had Ben, Coach Mesenbrink in my corner m- as long as I can remember since I started wrestling. So I think they obviously played a huge factor into my success, and then also all the partners I have at AWA really just propelled me to be as good as I am now.
Michael, for you, spending the first 3 years at West Grand, competing in the PIAA, going over to the prep route, what were the benefits that you found, having been in that Wyoming Seminary room?
Some of the benefits I would say is like the tough schedule I went through this year, like really preparing me for the college grind, and just like every day going in the room, going hard, and then having to go like tough schedule every weekend. So I feel like that was a big one.
Kellen, you flipped your commitment to Michigan. You got a future teammate here with Moses Mendoza. I saw you guys train a little bit yesterday. What was it like getting to get a feel with him a little bit? I'm sure you guys, opposite sides of the country, you don't really get to see each other much. What was that like?
Yeah, I mean, it was awesome. Moses, he's a great feel. He's a great wrestler. And I mean, I love picking brains, anybody who I can just to improve myself. And Moses is a great wrestler, and he gives a great feel. And it was fun wrestling with him yesterday.
And Michael, you're going to Cornell next year. Did that year at Wyoming Seminary kind of prepare you for even like kind of that college, not only wrestling schedule, but kind of the academic as well?
Yes, definitely. That was definitely another reason I chose Sam, and it just like better prepares me for next year. So
Wisconsin, you got another kid here from Wisconsin, right? Wisconsin's on the up and up for sure, right? Do you credit a lot of that to AWA and sort of what Ben's been able to do?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it'd be impossible to not give them credit for what they've done for Wisconsin, but there's obviously other clubs throughout the state. Like I know Hunter, who's also wrestling here, he goes to Sarbacher a lot, and they do a great job developing. Crass is another academy that's really good. And I mean, just the whole culture of Wisconsin, I think, is great. And I think the culture that Wisconsin's been able to cultivate um, has been the biggest thing for improving all the wrestlers, and AWA has also done an amazing job with that.
Michael, for you, I mean, even before Sam, you were traveling all across the country competing Mad Assassins since you were pretty small, right? What has that led you to be successful in like competing all those big tournaments?
I feel like it's definitely got rid of the nerves, being able to compete at the high stage and like those big events, and it's been good. Mad Assassin's has been huge, huge for my development. Would not be here without those guys, so huge shout out to them too.
What are you guys looking forward to tonight?
Just looking forward for the event. It's a cool event. I've watched it a few times in the past years, and I mean, it just looks really cool, and I'm excited to just let it fly and have fun.
Same thing. Decided to let it fly and just wrestle through position.
Awesome. Congratulations to you both, our 145-pound representatives from Team USA and Team Pennsylvania. Thanks, guys.
Good luck, guys.
And next up for Team USA, another out of Wisconsin, we've got Hunter Stevens. And for Team Pennsylvania, we've got Hudson Homan of Grove City. And Hunter, I'll start with you. We just talked to Kellen about just Wisconsin on the up and up, right? What's been the key to your success wrestling in Wisconsin?
I would say like obviously I got a lot of good partners. My high school, Mount Horeb. I mean, I wrestled Eli Leonard. He's a lot bigger than me, but I mean, kind of prepares me for guys that are a lot stronger than me. I mean, so I kind of get used to it, and I got some other guys that can scramble too, so that helps me in those type of positions a lot as well. So, um, yeah, I got my club, Starbucker Wrestling Academy. I've been with them since I first started wrestling. I have a buddy that I was not gonna go to this club at all. Like I was just gonna wrestle for my old school, and he told me to go just one practice. I was like, all right, I guess I'll go. And I ended up sticking with it. And from there, 11 years ago, it only went up.
Hudson, for you, obviously you know about the Classic. You've been around for quite a while. What was it like when you got that call? I'm assuming Wes told you, but what was it like when you got that call? You're going to represent Team Pennsylvania.
It was amazing. I mean, my head coach wrestled in it. My older brother wrestled in it. So when I got the call, it was just like a kind of surreal moment, like following their footsteps. That was pretty cool.
And talk about your career. You've had a very successful career, being a two-time finalist. This year, you battled one of the top guys in the nation. Well, actually, the last 2 years, you've wrestled some of the top guys in the nation. Do you feel like that's really prepared you for the next level for an event like tonight?
Oh, for sure. I mean, the guys that like I've competed against throughout like my high school career, it's definitely prepared me for college and like next upcoming matches. So I mean, it's no easy, wrestling here in PA, but it's definitely prepared me.
Hudson, you mentioned your older brother. He's down at American. What was the process like for you to kind of make that decision? Now, I'm not going to follow him. I'm going to go to Bucknell instead.
I mean, I took a visit down there and it was super nice. I love everything about it. But I mean, I just wanted to, make something my own. I feel like sometimes I kind of follow in his footsteps a little bit. And I just kind of want to make a name for myself. So I just chose Bucknell that, had great coaches. I mean, awesome campus. And the team was just, super nice to me.
Hunter, what are your plans for college after this? You got any visits coming up, commitments in mind?
No commitments in mind quite yet, but I mean, I'm still trying to decide. Got to take a couple visits here, before and after the open. So pretty excited to see what some of these colleges are about. Yeah.
That's exciting. Yeah. You got an opportunity tonight too. That only helps, right?
Yeah, I'm excited. I actually never even really knew too much about the Classic. I think I've seen it once, like part of it. I think maybe last year. Otherwise, I didn't I haven't like really watched too much of it. Like I didn't really know too much. And then I got the opportunity to wrestle in it, and I thought this was awesome. I mean, we get to wrestle with some of the best guys in the country, and this is something that I think is really cool.
And Hudson, what are you looking forward to about tonight competing in the event?
Have fun, score points, and just, last high school match, just let it all out.
Awesome. Congratulations to you both, our team representatives from Team USA and Team Pennsylvania, 152 pounds. Thanks, guys.
Good luck, guys.
And next up for Team USA out of Del Barton, New Jersey, it's Jaden James. And for Team Pennsylvania, it's Reagan Milheim from Warrior Run. I'll start with you, Jaden. And, this is an event that I know you've probably seen before and been, with your coach Stoll. He's brought a lot of teams out here before.
Yeah.
What did you know about the Classic and what drew you to compete in this?
Yeah, I mean, I watched the Classic my whole life with my dad in our living room on whatever Saturday nights throughout my whole childhood. So my teammate Alessio Pren came last year also. So I mean, just to represent Team USA, it's something I would want to do as a kid. So it's kind of cool to be a senior now and be able to do it.
Reagan, for you being having such a successful career at Warrior Run, how important is it for you to kind of come out here and represent Warrior Run and District 4?
Yeah, it's a pretty cool opportunity. Just a cool opportunity in general, just to come out here and represent my school. I don't think we've had anyone do it before, so just a cool opportunity. It's like my last match, high school career, so it's gonna go out, have fun.
Reagan, you got a rematch this year in the state finals against Melvin Miller. You closed the gap a lot. You were right there with him. What made the difference this last year, kind of stepping it up because you dominated the entire season otherwise?
Yeah, I think last year a big thing was I had a autoimmune disease disorder, so like affected my whole body. So getting that resolved, and then also a big thing was like working on my mindset. I think that really helped me back. So working on like knowing that wrestling isn't my identity and just go out there and wrestle to my full ability, which was a big factor and what helped me close the gap. So
Absolutely. Jaden, you also got to meet up with Melvin back at Ironman Finals. Awesome, awesome match. What did you figure out after maybe that first period and a half that led you to victory?
Yeah, I mean, Melvin's a really good wrestler. He has a really good ankle pick, so he got it with me pretty clean in the first or second period, I think. So kind of just making that adjustment in the match to not let him get to that hook and putting the pressure on a little bit more. I got a stall call in the third period, so I kind of changed the trajectory of the match and let me get the takedown in overtime.
Jaden, watching the success of Penn State, right, throughout the last couple of years, and obviously this past weekend, how excited are you to be up in State College?
Yeah, I'm pumped. I want to get up there as soon as I can. It's an awesome place. Everyone there is amazing. I got PJ Duke, Rocco Welsh, some of my buddies at KD. So I'm just super excited. It's the best place in the country for wrestling. So if you want to be NCAA champ, Olympic champ, that's where you go. So
Reagan, for you got some older brothers, right? Headed down to American. What's that been like for you? And was that an easy decision, or was that something where you kind of battled with it?
um, it was always in like the back of my mind. I always wanted to like look at different schools and see like what the best opportunity was. But then I finally like decided just to commit to American University. Like I know what it's like. Both my brothers were there before, so they told me. And it's also a good coaching staff. They're from Stanford, so
Right.
they know how to coach national champion. So
Yeah. Awesome. And what are you guys looking forward to tonight, Jaden?
just getting a lot of takedowns. So
Reagan?
it's having fun.
Having fun. Awesome. Congratulations to you both on being here, our 160-pound representatives for Team USA and Team Pennsylvania. Thanks, guys. And next up at 172 pounds from Team USA, out of Oklahoma, it's Joseph Jeter. And for Team Pennsylvania, we've got Gage Wenzel of Montoursville. And Joe, you got Oklahoma here all over, right? You got your Oklahoma team, both boys and girls. What's it like to be on the USA team representing Oklahoma, in addition to having all those other guys and girls here?
No, it's nice having my entire team here because it's PA versus USA, but now it's kind of like Oklahoma versus PA because I'm up here and my rest of my team is here. So it kind of makes you feel like I'm more at home.
Did you know about the Classic prior to being asked to compete in it?
Yeah, I've definitely seen a lot of clips of it online, so I'm very, very happy to be here right now.
Gage, for you, this is something I'm sure you know a lot about, right?
Yeah.
What was it like when you got that call to say, "Hey, you're gonna be the guy"?
It was just one of those things where you could check off the box. It's you train hard every day, and it's just one of those things that came to me, and I'm just blessed to be here, and it's an opportunity.
Joseph, saw you rolling around with Michael White yesterday. I'm pretty sure I heard Adam Waters call it the Jeterson, where you hook the elbows and sit through. Where did you pick up that technique, and how have you been able to use it at such a high level?
It's just from having fun in practice, just scrambling around, and I have multiple positions where I've just been able to develop moves that no one's seen before because you just have fun in practice and then you just randomly hit it, and then you hit it in an actual match because you kept on doing it.
That's awesome. Gage, last year falling in the finals, got that big throw to your head. I was a little bit scared, honestly, on the broadcast. I didn't know what happened. How were you able to use that as motivation, also learn from that experience to come back and win the state title this year?
God works in mysterious ways, so it's just one of those things where you gotta keep on having faith. And wrestling's a discipline sport. So just coming back to practice every single day, knowing that the support system I have around me is there for me, day in and day out, and just staying focused and being consistent, and just allows me to do what I do.
Joseph, you're headed to Cornell. What was it about the Big Red that wanted you to be up in Ithaca?
Yeah, so at first I liked the coaches a lot and I liked the teammates. And then my biggest choice was because it had the best mix of education and athletics at the same time. So I knew that was the place to go.
And for you, Gage, Morgantown.
Yeah.
What was it about West Virginia that drew you to there?
It's home away from home for me. It's far enough to say it's college, close enough to come home on the weekends, and PA back in Montours were always hunting and fishing, and West Virginia is 10 times better hunting and fishing. So it's just one of those things. Great people. We'll have Ty to wrestle with. Coach Porter, he's from PA, so a lot of similarities with him. Flynn, Moore, they're all good guys.
And what are you guys looking forward to tonight, Joe?
Just giving the viewers something fun to watch.
Yeah, just remembering, I don't have to wrestle, I get to wrestle. So just being present, taking it all in, and scoring points, having fun.
Awesome. Congratulations to you both. Best of luck. Our 172-pound representatives from Team USA and Team Pennsylvania. Thanks, guys.
Good luck, guys.
Next up, at 189 pounds from Indiana, representing Team USA, it's Michael White. And for Team Pennsylvania, out of Faith Christian Academy, it's Adam Waters. And Michael, I'll start with you. We talked to Jaden about Penn State and watching what they've been doing over the last couple of years. For you, going to Oklahoma State, David Taylor and the Cowboys are definitely on the rise. What was it like watching them compete at the NCAA tournament last weekend?
Watching them at the tournament, I got to go like in person. It was my first time ever. It was actually crazy. Like my leg just wouldn't stop shaking. I was like just ready to wrestle. And then I found my way down there on the floor. I watched Max and Rocco in person. It's like it's levels to it, and it's crazy that like I might be able to get to that level.
All right, Adam, for you, you're joining Keanu Dillard and etching your name in history, being a four-timer. What was it like throughout your career? Just how were you able to be so dominant for so long at such a high weight too?
Yeah, I feel like at every level I wrestled at, I just wrestled at the level above. So when I was in youth, I was wrestling middle school. Middle school, I was wrestling high school, and I was always just trying to just dominate that next level, score as many points as I can.
You guys were in the same Ironman bracket back in December. Weren't able to hit. Michael, you came out with the victory. Adam, you went down with the injury, unfortunately. Have you guys thought about this matchup at all throughout the season? Like, is this one kind of been in the back of your mind? So what are the thoughts going into tonight's match? Is there a game plan, Michael?
Have fun, let it fly, put on a show for the people watching, make it the match of the night.
Yeah, I'm super excited. I remember I got to see him after he won. I was like, congrats. Hope we get to wrestle at the Pittsburgh Classic. This season, I wasn't training for states. I was training for this. Sunday after states, I was in the room wrestling with Chance Marsteller. Just ready for this.
And you guys hit in Fargo, right? Is that something you look back on like that's a match I'm going to look at, or is that?
Nah, it don't count.
Me, I don't know. I watched some of the match. It's some good stuff to look at, but
right.
Just he's a new wrestler. I'm a new wrestler. It's a new day, so just excited to compete.
Michael, what's been the key to your success throughout your career? Like, what would you say is the thing that drove you to be as good as you have been throughout your career?
Honestly, I would say like my freshman year, sophomore year, I grew up like in a hole, like I was homeless and stuff. So like this was like my kind of way to get out, and like I didn't like intend like becoming number one in the nation. I was just trying to make it out of my situation. This is just like the added perks of like the hard work and dedication that went into that. So that's just how I feel about it. And like my coaching staff, like in Indiana, it's a lot of good coaches, a lot of coaches that are willing to like pick you up from your house and take you to practice as long as you're willing. So I'm really grateful like to all the coaches and club coaches in Indiana.
And Adam, for you, what was it about Ohio State that really drew you to there?
I feel like at Ohio State, it's a lot more than just wrestling. I'm best friends with a bunch of guys on the team, and the coaches seem like they really care about me on a deeper level. A lot of the visits, I would go and they would just talk about wrestling the whole time. I was there. They talked to me about who I am as a person and what I want to do, and it just seemed like a really good fit for me.
Awesome. Congratulations. You're both our 189-pound representatives from Team USA and Team Pennsylvania. Good luck.
Thanks, on a show, boys.
At 215 pounds from Team USA, I know I'm going to screw it up. Fluky Gur, right? Kale Fluky Gur from Valiant Prep in Arizona. And for Team Pennsylvania, we've got Elijah Brown from Bell Vernon. I'll start with you, Cal. We've had some Valiant Prep guys here the last couple of years. What was it about that program that allows them to have such high success with their wrestlers?
Everyone just wants to be there, like they all go there to get better at wrestling and to be the best version of themselves. Like we have kids drive hours just to go to school there, and kids move states to attend. So I'm really thankful that I got to go there.
Elijah, for you coming up through the Bell Vernon program, you've had a lot of success. Obviously, winning Fargo put your name on the map. But how have you adjusted to, moving up in weight and also having a target on your back, being the number one guy in the state and having that national ranking?
I think just working hard and, having confidence in myself and my training, talking to my coaches a lot. I think that's done a lot for me.
You have a future teammate here, Jaden James. You got to hang out with Jaden a little bit, get to talk to him.
Not this weekend, but we saw each other a couple of weeks ago down at the Ohio State match. That was pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome. How were you able to kind of last year you won your first state title? This year it looked a little bit different. You were able to separate a lot and put guys away. How were you able to kind of develop that skill of just putting guys away quick?
I think just developing the things that I had last year. Just staying confident in what I can do. A lot of talking with my coaches, like I said. Just developing, staying in the room.
Cal, for you wrestling in Arizona, you guys traveled around a lot. What was the key for your success, and was it getting out on the national stage and getting to know those big tournaments to get your name out there?
Yeah, pretty much. I just had to go out and get feels for every guy I could. At first I didn't have much success, but over the years I kept getting better and eventually got my name out there.
Elijah, how excited are you to be up in State College?
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. Just the level of partners I'll have and the coaching, and it's just super exciting. Honored to be up there.
And Cal, what about Arizona State? Obviously, staying close to home. What went into that decision? Was it a pretty easy one?
Yeah, when I was a little kid, I always saw myself wrestling in the Arizona State singlet. My dad went there and wrestled all 4 years there, All American. And then I have really close friends there, the Larkin. So it was I think I made the right decision with that one.
What are you guys looking forward to tonight about the matchup, Elijah?
I think just having fun and getting to my stuff.
Yeah, just being offensive and going out there and having the best time I can.
Awesome. Well, congratulations to you both. Thank you for being here. Our 215-pound representatives from Team USA and Team Pennsylvania. Thanks, guys.
Good luck, guys.
And our final match at 285 pounds from Team USA, it's Cliff Nicholson from Medina, Ohio. Representing Team Pennsylvania is Dean Bechtold of O&J Roberts. Medina. Mason just corrected me. It's not the name, it's the school. Cliff, I'll start with you. You won a state title this year, right? How exciting was that for you to finally end your career on top?
It was a relief. It was the first time for my coach and a long time for my school. So
Yeah.
it was just putting it all together and taking advantage of the opportunity.
And how excited were you when you were asked to come in and compete at the Pittsburgh Wrestling Classic?
Well, I'm just letting all the opportunities come in, and I'm figuring it out. I didn't have much knowledge of the tournament or the duel, and my coach told me, you better take this opportunity, and I'm like, okay, I'm in.
Yeah. Dean, for you, I mean, obviously you know the history here, and you've been around this event before. What was it like to be the representative here at Team Pennsylvania?
Yeah, it's just a great opportunity. I'm really grateful that I get to represent Team PA. Yeah, we're just gonna go out there, try to show USA team what's up, and yeah.
Dean, Adam Waters just told me a story a little bit ago. Do you want to shed some light on why they call you the Arby's guy?
Bro, that's are you serious? No. I ate Arby's one time before practice, and they thought it was really funny. So it's not that crazy.
What are you looking forward to about staying close to home and going to Lehigh?
I just love the team. I love the coaches. It's all my boys up there. Guys I grew up with since I was young. From my club. On my visit, I was staying with Calvin and Mason Ziegler, guys who I've known since I was like little. Obviously got my boy Keanu over there. Yeah, I'm just really excited. Really like all the kids there. Really like all the coaches. So it's gonna be fun.
And Cliff, for you, what's the next step? You play football too, right?
Yeah, I'm just totally figuring it out. I mean,
Still figuring it out.
I'm getting a lot of calls, and I'm just trying to navigate it and see where the best place is for me.
And what are you guys looking forward to tonight?
We're gonna have some fun. Yeah, go out there, have some fun. Really grateful that get to represent Team PA. And yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun, a lot of points. Yeah.
Cliff?
Soak it in and just have fun.
Awesome. Well, congratulations to you both. We look forward to seeing you, and best of luck. Team representatives from 285, Team Pennsylvania, Team USA. Thanks, guys.
Good luck, guys.